Okay, here we are. We're working on this fence that we doing out here at Buckhorn Creek Ranch. It's around the 24th of January 2018, and John and Larry, John is my son and Larry is John's uncle, and we're sectioning off approximately, I'll guess, 3 acres of this pasture with a high fence so that we can reclaim it from the overgrazing of the animals. When I first started this place, I fenced in the entire acreage, thinking that it really was the right thing to do, but when you have a bunch of exotic animals, you have to take them off of certain pastures and let the pasture recover to get maximum benefit, and then put them in periodically. But the grass has been grazed down. Of course, we're in the middle of the winter, there's no grass, but to show you how short it is, very little out here for them to eat. Now go over this way, and this is another section that we did a few years ago, and one thing we have in there is emus right now, but that pasture is recovering nicely. And we have to put gates, double gates too, every time we do it. So what we're doing is preparing a foundation for the future to be able to profitably use this land.
Okay, how far down you want to go?
We're trying to make a brace, a guy brace for this fence we're building. We got us an idea here to drive a post in the ground. And, oh yeah, we got to go. The further we go, the better. This is in lieu of building a, this is in lieu of building a wooden brace. You see, we're building a fence. I guess you can see it right here. And we're going to put high tensile electric wire in it to make a connection between the post and this thing here. So we'll let you know how this works out. Look at this, folks. Mama has walked away, and guess who's licking the baby? You don't see this every day. Here we have this. There we go. Get up, baby. Get up. You're getting licked right up. Look at this. The umbilical cord is still wet. This is a newborn right here. And this big old tongue of this bison is licking this baby. There we go. Yeah, that's not your baby. Look at this. There's a fallow deer in the background there. He's gonna go find that mama. Come on, mama. Don't walk away from baby. She already knows her mama. This is a little girl calf here. And she's probably calling him We can't hear it here, we're in the truck, but she's probably calling that calf to follow her. Now she's going after him now because he's following the bison. They also follow. All right, this is about the third day of this little calf's life. We followed the mama down here. She's down there, had him hid out in the woods, and he's nursing right now. He's up there drinking him some good milk under that longhorn cow's big, nice bag. She's got plenty of milk. She could take care of twins probably. There's a lot of good things about this cow that we like. We bought this cow sight unseen from a guy that raises longhorns, and I just left it up to him. Sometimes you can get burned like that and sometimes not, but he brought us a nice one. She was already pregnant, and this is what we got right here. He's looking right at us. Okay, here we are, and we're cutting up this big pine top that we got from between Vidalia and Lyons. It blew down in a storm. This is the top of the tree. We're looking at 24 inches across right there, and it's just to show you what we're looking at here. This is a very large, whoops, wrong way, very large piece of wood. The tops always have all kind of limbs, and that's what makes it hard to saw up, because the limbs they contain the fat wood. You see that right there? That's fat lightered. We call it fat lightered or fat wood. The middle of that is fat, and it doesn't have a, well, one thing, the grain of it, I'm getting up here on top of the sawmill to show you what we got. Whoops. See, the grain of the limb comes out, so we're cutting cross grain when we cut through a limb, which is much harder. And also it's fat wood, it's fat lightered, but we're trying to cut this up into something like 2-inch pieces and stack it and let it dry, and maybe make some real interesting rustic benches with it in the future. But you got to start several years ahead if you want to get something like this to use in your woodwork. That camera was, I didn't know it was manual focus when that went. Okay, here we are. We're back to getting this piece of wood, this big log we showed you. I think it's Wednesday or something like that. It's fixing to come in raining. We got it whittled down to 24 inches and cut through these big knots and all, but we're thinking this is really going to be a pretty thing for, I don't know if we'll make something with it or somebody will buy this slab from us and they'll make something with it, but it's got to be sawed up first. So I hope we can get this on a video and show you what we're doing at Buckhorn Creek Ranch in a spare time here. Show you how it looks now. This is that big log we showed you yesterday, and this is a 4-inch piece right here. I can't conceive of anybody needing a 4-inch piece, so I guess we're going to whittle this down, cut it one more time into 2 2s.